Boston Red Sox 4th in the American League East. So they came out of nowhere last year. A lot of surprise, a lot of people last year. Again, they're a hugely talented team. You put this team on almost any other division except for maybe, the National League East, maybe with the Dodgers, because the Dodgers are probably the most stacked team in the league. They in the National League, they would definitely make the playoffs. In the American League, I think it's going to be a borderline. I know they made it last year. I think they take a little bit of a step back next year, or this year rather, but their lineup is stacked. I mean, here's their lineup. Their lineup is stacked. Picking up Trevor Story, hopefully he has a bounce back year. A lot of times with these big trades, that first year with the team, new atmosphere, new environment, getting used to everything from the locker room to the clubhouse attendance to the fans to your daily routines. Sometimes it takes a year, like in all other sports, but Frankie Lindor is an example. I expect monster year from him in New York, but we'll see. Some people kind of step right in. We'll see what Trevor Story does. That's a big pickup for the Red Sox. But this is a solid lineup. Xander Bogaerts is ridiculous. Rafael Devers is all. I mean, this is a really stacked lineup. I have Jaren Duran making the starting lineup in left field. We'll see. He's a young player. I don't know if he's considered a rookie or not. He did come up last year. I'm not sure about the status, but definitely one of their. I think he's their number 4 prospect, number 1 outfield prospect, I believe. He's good. A lot of energy. You're gonna like watching him play. I did not like the Red Sox growing up. Something about them. I did not. I did not like that they won a World Series before the Cubs did. Hated that. But yeah, you got to love it for their fans, and it's obviously a great sports town, and they love the Red Sox. And it was great last year, kind of seeing the fans come out and embrace that team again. I think their last run, even when they won, there wasn't as much excitement as there was in 2004, I believe it was, when they won. But there was a lot of electricity back in Fenway Park. I almost said Finley. In Fenway Park last year. So hopefully that continues. This is an exciting young team to watch with exciting young players. And I have to say, of all the times, and Sean's still listening, I hope some other people are too, I don't remember a time, not even close, to where there's so many young stars. And there's another 20 on the horizon that you're going to see some of them emerge this year. You're going to see one of them in this division, I think, as a breakout year. There are so many unbelievably young stars. And I know Baseball Tonight, MLB Network is doing their top 100 players, as long as you can keep JD as a DH. No, definitely as a brick for a glove. I think he DHs the whole year. He's one of those guys, if they fall out of it, somebody's going to want to pick up his bat at the trade deadline. I think one of the keys for them too is Kiki Hernandez embracing going to the outfield. I know he was really reluctant to go, but he's embraced playing center field, and he's an extremely talented guy. He's a fan favorite where everyone. The Dodgers loved him. I don't know if you guys know the story about Kiki Hernandez. So I think it was with the Dodgers organization. I think he came up with the Dodgers, but he acted like his minor league manager was a total ass. And so all year he acted like he didn't speak English. So his manager thought he didn't speak English the whole year until later in the year. He said something in the locker room and called him a dick and said something like, it was all like, everybody started laughing, even including the manager. But pretty funny. But he's a character. And it seems like Boston always has, character type guys like that. But I think having Alex Cora back managing is a huge difference for this team. Even though he cheated, involved in that, I know that's a whole different show. But he's a good manager and good baseball mind. So, anyways, let's move on to their starting lineup, or starting rotation. Now this is going to be tricky too. I think this is where it all unravels for them, and this is where I think they're not going to be as strong this year. Chris Sale already has some little tweaks. If he's healthy by mid-May, I don't even know. Again, the last 3 days I haven't paid attention. They have to have Chris Sale healthy. He had a great year last year for his limited role. He was 5-1. Started out great, but had all the injuries which he has the last several years. So if Chris Sale's down for the year or any significant amount of time, Michael Wacha's older and he's not very good. They have a couple rookie or prospects they're going to pitch. You're going to see Garrett Whitlock probably. So you're going to see some young arms. I'm actually right behind me on my screen. I have the prospects. I'm just looking to pull up the Red Sox real quick and kind of look at if I can get my screen to work. Is this the Red Sox? Yeah. So this is the Red Sox top 30 prospects. Now, again, I forget whether I think they're number 8 or 9, 10, somewhere around there in the minor league system. So they're kind of middle pack, but they also have, I think one of the reasons there too is they have their talent, their farm system is not major league ready. They have a lot of talent at the A-ball level, and maybe you're just going to see some in the AA this year, but they have a lot of young talent. I'm talking 19, 20-year-old kids at A-ball. So in this list usually changes when they make the top 30, top 100 in an organization. From year to year, that changes drastically. Some of these young players don't pan out or injuries and stuff like that. So, they don't have a whole lot of help. I'm just looking at their top ones. Yeah, they have a couple, the top 3 or 4. They have, Brian Bellows, ready, Jeter Downs, Brian Mantis. So there's definitely some pitching help, which they're going to need. They're definitely going to need. I don't see Sale staying healthy, and we'll see. We'll see what the closer does. I think Matt Barnes had 24 saves last year. This is where you might see Whitlock step into that role. We'll see. Yeah, I already mentioned Jaren Duran, Duran in the outfield. Connor Siebold's one of those young arms you're going to see more than likely. Beyond that, if you see some injury, they falter a little bit, you're going to see some of those other young arms they have ready down in AAA. So we'll see. At number 9 for their farm system. Here's the overall look. You saw the lineup. You saw the rotation. If you have any opinions on that, please put it in the chat. I have them at 85 wins. I think last year they had 92 wins. Again, I think they kind of snuck up on some people. I think they take a little bit of a step back. And again, I think it's because of the division they're in more than anything else. I think if they're in another division, they still win 92 games plus. But this is a tough division. It's a really tough division. Again, I have Baltimore winning a few more games than they did last year. Probably not against this division, but yeah, 85 and 77, 4th place in the American League East for the Boston Red Sox, which brings me to